All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chachorash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of the great millstone who taught us the truth and real well. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akim Nakwas, listening and learning. This goes out to the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, the so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos, and so-called African Americans scattered throughout the four corners of the world. This is the brother Yaya from the Great Millstone Chicago camp, back at it with another lesson. And through the spirit, I was just scrolling through my YouTube, waiting for the spirit to hit me up. And here come the spirit, man. It's this video I'm watching, and it says live. I'm gonna read the title. It says live news: U.S. warship B-word Iran. Iran declares war on U.S. Trump's next move times now. And if you click on the description, it says the other stuff. But yeah, so we just gonna play a little couple minutes of this video. But pretty much to sum it up, these countries are divided, man. Division is not on its way. Division is already here, man. The green tree is drying up. It's finna be in that dry tree, and all destruction is finna get let loose, man. But right now we in that Matthew 24, man. We hearing of these wars and these rumors of wars. But all this gotta happen before the Lord come. But I'm gonna just let this video play, and we gonna see.
Most anything, obviously. But it's President Trump has an approach that he is committed to because he wants a result. And we are seeing some of those results now, and we will continue to see more. Certainly, the Houthis are seeing the results of what we are committed to do to make sure that things change in this planet. And I have no doubt Iran has noticed that.
For weeks, the Houthis have hunted commercial vessels and military targets, forcing Washington to respond with overwhelming force. And now, another war front is reigniting. Israel has resumed its military operations in Gaza, ending a brief ceasefire. Israeli fighter jets are pounding Hamas targets, with Tel Aviv calling the renewed offensive a necessary move for national security. With the Houthis targeting Israel and clashing with US forces, and Trump issuing direct threats to Iran, the Middle East is now staring at the brink of all-out regional war. The Red Sea is on fire. Yemen's Houthi forces have unleashed a brutal wave of missile and drone attacks, targeting US warships and Israel, escalating the crisis into a full-fledged warlike situation. In a chilling new escalation, air raid sirens blared across Tel Aviv and Jerusalem overnight as Israel scrambled its air defenses. The Israeli military intercepted a missile launched from Yemen before it could reach Israeli airspace. Explosions rocked the night sky over Jerusalem, likely the sound of Israeli interceptor missiles destroying the incoming threat. There were no immediate claims from the Houthis, but the attack follows their earlier strike on Israel's Ben Gurion airport, using a Palestine II hypersonic ballistic missile, a major escalation beyond the Red Sea. Houthi officials previously vowed to retaliate for Israel's offensive in Gaza, raising fears that more long-range missile attacks could follow.
In support and defense of the oppressed Palestinian people, and in response to
as you can see, man, these countries going at it, man. They're going back and forth, just constant fighting, constant war, man. They dropping nukes on each other. They killing man, woman, and child, man, to each other. This is still happening in a green tree, man. So once we get to that dry, it's just gonna be over. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3 and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but hath an end. So yeah, this country is divided right now, man. NATO is divided because America is trying to help out Israel, but Israel not helping anybody else, man. Israel is just a greedy with them issues claiming to be us down there. It's just a greedy nation trying to fight off everybody, trying to claim and get control over everything, getting America in trouble, man. And the other nations are realizing that and like, man, do we really want to stay here? Do we really want to stay with America instead of partner up with BRICS, man? Because BRICS is gaining new members daily, man. Mexico joined, I think. Canada, maybe. I'm not sure because Trump put in tariffs on everybody, man. He put a lot of countries on this ban list, man. So they can't come in or so they can't enter or come out. He hasn't put the pin down since he got in office, man. And this is just causing more and more division through the countries, man. Which is gonna cause this. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. Well, actually, I'll start at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So kingdom has to go against kingdom, man. All these countries have to go to war at each other, man. Russia has to point their arrows. The whole world has to point their arrows at Babylon, which is America and Israel, and shoot and fire off, man. Which include Russia, China, and all those big countries, man. So the wars have to happen in order for the Lord to come back. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. So these things have to happen. Verse 9, Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, which is the times that we coming in. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So the hearts of many gonna wax cold, man. The green tree gonna dry up, and people just gonna start going crazy, man. This spirit's created for vengeance. Niggas already going crazy in the hood, man. Niggas already going crazy, robbing each other, killing each other, fucking each other wives. They doing all kind of shit, man. So imagine what it's gonna be like when the lights go out, man. When these wars start. And when they just start going crazy, man, when there's no more laws, when there's no more none of that stuff, man. This is the book of Isaiah. And this is what's going to happen, because it's not going to be any trust. Nobody's going to trust each other in them times, man. As a nigga in the world, why would you let somebody around you that you don't know, man? So that's when this comes in. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19 and verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And that Egypt is representing America, man. Egypt represents bondage, and we're in bondage is the captivity. For America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And that right there, it says Egyptian against Egyptian. So these people are just going to fight each other, man. It's going to be race wars, class wars, gender wars. It's going to be all kind of stuff, man. It's just going to be division. That's really all it is. It's just division set up. So Esau can try and implement the MOTB, but that's when the Lord come back and implement the kingdom, man. That's when that new heaven and the new earth show up. Because they just gonna be bombing each other with all these nukes. And then that's why you should be trying to get in this truth and trying to repent right now before the time comes, man. While the evil days draw not. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, or the clouds return after the rain. Which on the Passover, which was that March March 13th, man, the sun, it was a solar eclipse and a blood moon at the same time, man. So the Lord is showing us the signs and the signs, and we measure them diligently, man. And that day, when the keepers of the houses shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease because they are few. Man, these stores are closing all the time, man. If you go downtown Chicago, it's so many stores boarded up, man. It's the grind has ceased. It's not as mirth. It's not as much mirth as there was back then, man. The holidays not even celebrated no more. Christmas not even lit up like it was 20 years ago. Even though I wouldn't know, the people was the elders and apostles and the big bros before me, they knew, man. And they can speak from experience how this place has just fallen down, man. It's not Christmas isn't as, every house used to be lit up. Now all of a sudden it's just one house on each block, man. It's just the mirth is going down, and that's because the Lord is just putting that spirit in this place. And the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of their windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So these prideful hoes, they're going to be brought low. And when they shall be afraid, and that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goes to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. And it says, and desire shall fail. So a man is going to go into a city and not be able to, man, because of this division and this sedition among men. I'm gonna just grab it, slack you. So it's just gonna get crazier and crazier as you get closer to the Lord delivered us, man. As you get closer to those times, man. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world, and woe to all those that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So it's going to be martial law, man. It's going to be animals running roundabout, running way, going crazy, man. It's going to be people, spirits created for vengeance. It's going to be delusion, strong delusion. It's going to be crazy in those times, man. And they shall not regard their kings nor princes. Ain't nobody gonna care about the police in those days, man. The police just gonna be free eats. The police, the police carry Glocks and whatever it is. It's gonna be free eats in those days. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. So Jose next door, whoever you got next door, they ain't gonna care about you, man. They gonna go in your house, try and steal your food, try and kidnap your wife, your sister, whatever you got, man. They gonna try to take it all. But Lord willing, the Lord got us in those days and spoiled their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. They say lack of bread, man, because it's gonna be crazy in those days, man. Something crazy. It's gonna be crazy in those days, man. It's gonna be all kind of stuff popping off, but Lord willing, his service is gonna eat and drink, man. The Isaiah 65 and 13. So Lord willing, that's us. But yeah, man, it's only gonna go up from here, man. It's only gonna go up from here, bro. So with that, hope this video was edifying. I would like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chachorash. Double honors until the elders and apostles of the great millstone, who's taught us in truth and real well. Shalom to the whole elect. Shalom to Akim Nafwah. Let's get in learning. Kwam Yashra in the Bible ball.